Welcome. If your mind feels busy tonight, that is okay. If there are worries moving through your thoughts, that is okay too. You do not need to arrive here feeling calm. You do not need to arrive here feeling sleepy. You do not need to arrive here feeling any different from how you feel right now. For the next little while, you can simply be here. Nothing needs to be solved. Nothing needs to be figured out. Nothing needs to be carried. The day is over now. Whatever happened today, whatever did not happen today, whatever remains unfinished, it can all wait, just for a little while, just for tonight. Perhaps you can imagine yourself lying comfortably inside, warm, safe, supported, while beyond the window, the rain continues to fall, softly, steadily, without hurry, without effort. The rain does not rush. The night does not rush. And you do not need to rush either. There is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to prepare for. Nothing you need to achieve before sleep can arrive. You have already done enough for today. You have already carried enough for today. And now, you are allowed to rest. If your thoughts continue moving, let them move. If worries continue appearing, let them appear. You do not need to stop them. You do not need to argue with them. You do not need to follow them. For now, you can simply listen and allow these words to keep you company for a little while. Take a slow, comfortable breath, not a deep breath, not a special breath, just a gentle breath that feels natural. And as you breathe out, allow yourself to settle a little more comfortably, perhaps noticing the support beneath you, the mattress, the pillow, the blanket, the simple comfort of being held by the bed beneath you. Nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to happen quickly. Sleep is not something you need to chase. It is not something you need to earn. It is not something you need to make happen. For now, you can simply rest. And perhaps, as you continue listening, you become aware of how much effort the mind spends each day, thinking, planning, remembering, preparing, solving, protecting, trying to stay one step ahead. It does all of this because it wants to help, because it wants to keep you safe, because it wants to make sure nothing is forgotten, nothing missed, nothing left undone. And yet tonight, for this little while, the mind can take a break. Not forever, just for now. Tomorrow will still be there tomorrow. The questions will still be there tomorrow. The decisions will still be there tomorrow. But tonight, you are allowed to set them down, even if only for a few moments, even if only a little. And if the mind picks them back up again later, that is okay. There is no need to be perfect at resting, no need to be perfect at relaxing, no need to be perfect at sleeping. You can simply allow yourself to be human, a human being who has had a long day, a human being who is tired, a human being who deserves rest. And as the rain continues quietly beyond the window, you may begin to notice a small shift. Nothing dramatic, nothing sudden, just a gentle feeling of having a little less to carry, a little less to think about, a little less to hold on to. And that feeling can continue growing, slowly, naturally, in its own time. The night is patient. These moments are patient. And you can be patient with yourself too. There is no need to hurry towards sleep. No need to check whether it is happening. No need to wonder how long it will take. You can simply allow yourself to rest here, comfortably, quietly, gently, allowing the rain to remain outside, allowing the worries to remain outside this moment, allowing yourself to remain here, safe, supported, comfortable. And as you continue listening, we can begin helping the body settle too, not by forcing it to relax, but by simply giving it permission. Permission to soften, permission to rest, permission to let go. Just a little more, and a little more. As the night continues quietly around you, you may begin to notice the body settling a little more, not because you are making it happen, not because you are trying, simply because there is nothing else required of you right now. Nothing to do, nothing to achieve, nothing to carry. And with that gentle permission to rest, we can allow the body to soften, little by little, at its own pace, beginning with the forehead, noticing the muscles there, allowing them to become smooth, soft, comfortable. There is no need to hold anything there, no need to carry the day any longer. The day is over, and you are here, safe, comfortable, supported, allowing the muscles around the eyes to soften too. The eyes have spent the entire day looking, watching, reading, focusing. Now they can rest. No need to stay alert, no need to stay ready, just resting. And perhaps that feeling begins to spread into the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth, allowing the jaw to loosen, allowing the tongue to rest comfortably, allowing every small muscle to realize that it no longer needs to work. There is nowhere to go, nothing to prepare for, nothing expected from this moment. And as the face softens, the neck can soften too, allowing those muscles to loosen, allowing them to release any tension they may still be holding, not forcing, not pushing, simply allowing. The same way the rain continues outside without effort, the same way the night continues without effort. And now allowing that feeling to move into the shoulders, those faithful shoulders that carry so much. The plans, the worries, the responsibilities, the thoughts, allowing them to become a little lighter now, a little softer, a little less burdened. Nothing needs to be carried tonight. Everything can wait until morning. The shoulders can rest. And as the shoulders rest, the arms can rest too. The upper arms, the elbows, the forearms, the hands, the fingers. Nothing to hold, nothing to reach for, nothing to do. Simply resting, comfortably, quietly, allowing every part of the arms to become heavier, more settled, more relaxed. And now bringing gentle awareness to the chest, noticing the natural rhythm of your breathing. No need to change it, no need to control it. The body already knows exactly what to do. Breathing quietly, breathing naturally, breathing without effort, just as it always has. And with each comfortable breath, perhaps the body settles a little deeper, the bed supporting you completely, the night surrounding you completely. Nothing required from you, nothing expected from you. Allowing your awareness to drift lower now, into the stomach, the lower back, the hips, allowing those areas to soften, allowing the bed beneath you to take more of your weight. There is no need to stay ready, no need to remain on guard, no need to carry the day any longer, just resting, just settling, just allowing. And as the body becomes more comfortable, awareness can continue drifting lower, into the thighs, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the feet. Every part of you receiving permission to rest. Every part of you receiving permission to let go. Nothing needs to stay tense. Nothing needs to stay alert. Everything can soften. Everything can settle. Everything can become a little quieter. And perhaps now, you can notice the whole body resting together, from the top of the head to the tips of the toes, supported, comfortable, safe, allowing the bed to hold you, allowing the night to hold you, allowing yourself to simply be here. And if thoughts continue to appear from time to time, that is okay. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to stop them. You can simply return your attention to this feeling of comfort, this feeling of support, this feeling of safety. The rain continuing softly beyond the window, the night continuing quietly around you, and the body continuing to settle more deeply into rest. One gentle moment at a time. And as the body continues resting comfortably, you may begin to notice that there is a little less effort required, a little less holding on, a little less need to stay engaged with every thought that appears. The mind may still be active from time to time. That is perfectly normal, especially after a long day, especially when life feels busy, especially when there are things that matter to you. The mind often continues working long after the day has ended, thinking, planning, preparing, trying to help, trying to protect, trying to make sure nothing is forgotten, nothing missed, nothing left undone. And yet tonight, for this little while, you do not need to solve everything. You do not need to have all the answers. You do not need to figure everything out before sleep can arrive. The mind may suggest otherwise. It may tell you that now is the perfect time to think, the perfect time to analyze, the perfect time to revisit old conversations, the perfect time to imagine future situations. And perhaps you have noticed that before, lying comfortably in bed, ready to rest, only for the mind to begin offering one more thought, and then another, and then another. Not because anything is wrong, simply because that is what minds sometimes do. But tonight, there is another option. You do not need to follow every thought that arrives. You do not need to climb aboard every train of thinking. You do not need to travel down every path the mind presents. You can simply notice and allow. Notice the thought. Allow it to be there. Notice the worry. Allow it to be there. Notice the question. Allow it to be there, without needing to answer it, without needing to continue it, without needing to finish it. The thought can be present, and you can still rest. The worry can be present, and you can still rest. The question can be present, and you can still rest, because rest does not require perfection. Rest does not require silence. Rest does not require an empty mind. Rest only requires permission. Permission to stop engaging. Permission to stop solving. Permission to stop carrying. Just for now. Just for tonight. Tomorrow will arrive in its own time. And when tomorrow arrives, you will have access to every thought that seems important tonight. Every question. Every decision. Every plan. Nothing will be lost. Nothing will disappear. Nothing needs protecting. For now, it can simply wait, just as a book can remain on a shelf until tomorrow, just as a task can remain on a list until tomorrow, just as a conversation can remain unfinished until tomorrow. Everything can wait, and perhaps there is comfort in that. The comfort of not needing to decide, the comfort of not needing to know, the comfort of not needing to figure everything out right now. The night is not asking that of you. These moments are not asking that of you, and you do not need to ask it of yourself, allowing the mind to become a little less involved, a little less busy, a little less interested in searching for certainty. There may still be thoughts. That is okay. There may still be worries. That is okay too. Nothing needs to disappear. Nothing needs to change. Everything is allowed. And while those thoughts come and go, you can remain here, comfortably resting, comfortably supported, listening to the gentle rhythm of the rain beyond the window. The rain asking nothing from you, expecting nothing from you, simply continuing on its way. And perhaps your thoughts can do the same, appearing, passing by, continuing onward, without needing your attention, without needing your energy, without needing anything more from you tonight. Because tonight is for rest. Tonight is for comfort. Tonight is for allowing yourself to put everything down for a little while. And as the night continues quietly around you, you may begin to feel that nothing is quite so urgent, nothing quite so pressing, nothing quite so important that it cannot wait until morning. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. And you can simply rest. And now, there is a little less to do, a little less to think about, a little less to carry. You have already done enough for today. You have already carried enough for today. And for now, you can simply rest. There is something comforting about not needing to solve anything, not needing to decide anything, not needing to prepare for anything, just allowing yourself to be here, comfortably resting, comfortably supported, the rain continuing softly beyond the window, the night continuing quietly around you, and nothing being asked of you, nothing expected of you, nothing required from this moment. The body can continue resting. The mind can continue softening. Everything unfolding in its own time, without effort, without force, without needing your help. And perhaps you notice that these words are becoming a little less important. That is perfectly okay. You do not need to remember them. You do not need to follow them closely. You do not need to stay focused. You can simply listen. Or not listen. Either is fine. These words can drift around you like the gentle sound of rain. Present, but not demanding your attention. Present, but not asking anything from you. And as the night continues, you may find yourself becoming less interested in thinking, less interested in planning, less interested in figuring things out. Not because those things do not matter, but because they do not matter right now. Right now, you are resting. Right now, you are safe. Right now, you are allowed to let everything wait. Tomorrow can take care of tomorrow. The morning can take care of the morning. And tonight can simply be tonight. A quiet night. A peaceful night. A night where nothing needs to happen. A night where nothing needs to be achieved. Only this gentle invitation to rest. And perhaps there is comfort in knowing that sleep does not need to be chased. It does not need to be persuaded. It does not need to be earned. Sleep already knows where to find you. Your body already knows what to do. You do not need to guide it. You do not need to manage it. You do not need to check whether it is happening. You can simply allow, allowing comfort, allowing stillness, allowing rest, allowing the night to continue around you. And if thoughts appear, they can appear. If worries appear, they can appear too. Nothing needs to be pushed away. Nothing needs to disappear. Everything is allowed. The thoughts can be there. And you can still rest. The worries can be there. And you can still rest. The questions can be there. And you can still rest. Because rest is available right now. Not when everything is solved. Not when everything is perfect. Right now. In this moment. As you are. And perhaps that feels like a relief. No pressure. No expectations. No need to get sleep exactly right. Only this moment. Only this comfort. Only this quiet feeling of being supported while the rain continues beyond the window. And as these words become softer in the background, you can continue settling, continue resting, continue allowing yourself to drift a little further from the day, a little further from the thinking, a little further from the effort, and a little closer to rest, one quiet moment at a time. And now, there is even less to do, even less to think about, even less to carry. The day is behind you. Tomorrow is not here yet. And for now, you can simply rest. There is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to solve, nothing you need to figure out, nothing you need to prepare for. Everything can wait. Everything can wait until morning, and you can simply remain here, comfortably resting, comfortably supported, listening to the gentle sound of the rain beyond the window, the rain continuing without effort, the night continuing without effort, and you no longer needing to make anything happen. Nothing is expected of you. Nothing is required from you. Nothing needs your attention right now. You can simply rest. And if your attention drifts away from these words, that is perfectly fine. You do not need to follow every sentence. You do not need to stay focused. You do not need to keep listening closely. These words can simply remain in a background, like a quiet companion, like a calm presence, simply keeping you company for a little while. And while these words become less important, comfort can become more familiar. Stillness can become more familiar. Rest can become more familiar. Without effort, without force, without needing anything more from this moment, the body can continue resting. The mind can continue softening. The night can continue unfolding. And you can simply allow it, allowing everything to happen in its own time, allowing everything to unfold naturally, allowing yourself to stop checking, stop measuring, stop wondering. Just for now, just for tonight, everything can wait. And if thoughts appear, they can appear. If they leave, they can leave. Nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to happen. Everything is allowed exactly as it is. The thoughts can come and go. The rain can come and go. The night can continue around you. And you can simply rest, comfortably, quietly, gently, safe enough to rest, supported enough to rest, allowed to rest. There is no need to get sleep right. No need to be asleep already. No need to wonder whether it is working. You can simply allow this moment to be exactly as it is. And perhaps that feels like a relief. Nothing to manage. Nothing to control. Nothing to carry. Only this moment. Only this comfort. Only this gentle invitation to rest. And as these words become softer, and as the rain continues beyond the window, and as the night grows quieter around you, you can continue settling, continue resting, continue allowing yourself to drift, one quiet moment at a time. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. And you can simply rest. The night is patient. The rain is patient. And you can be patient with yourself too. There's nowhere to hurry to. Nothing to catch up with. Nothing waiting to be solved before sleep arrives. Only this moment. Only this comfort. Only this feeling of being held by the bed beneath you. Supported. Comfortable. Safe. And if sleep arrives now, you can allow it. And if sleep takes a little longer, you can allow that too. There is no rush. There has never been any rush. Only this quiet night. Only this gentle rain. Only this calm moment. And the simple permission to rest. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. Everything can wait. And you can simply rest.